Hi, everyone, and welcome to this week's Crush It in Sales podcast. I'm your host, Melinda Van Fleet. Well, you can tell from the title of this podcast, Business Audit Hiatus, that I am likely putting this podcast on a hiatus. You're a great guesser if you guessed that. And don't get me wrong, this did not come to me easily. I really did give it a lot of thought. And it's something that, doing this second podcast doesn't take me a lot of time. It's not about the time. It's really not. It's more about the fact that I should be charging for a lot of my content. And when I was doing my business audit most recently with Ryan, and he was doing his, and we've spoken about his, I realized I give just too much away for free. And I don't need to do that. I really don't need to do that. It's really unnecessary. So I really want to take my next level thoughts. Of course, I use them for coaching. Of course, I use them for consulting clients. But I also want to use my next level thoughts for getting paid to write blogs. And it's something that I've taken several courses on, which I'll talk about in a second. A while ago, over a year ago. Gosh, it might even be 2 years. And I have dabbled in, I've put my toe in the water and pulled it out several times just because I've been really busy. So I think I might have mentioned that before. So if it's a repeat, I apologize. But it's only because I've been busy. And then I also realized, in addition to being busy, that I had a little teeny bit of a block. So every time I would go to get started, when I'd carve out some time in my day, and I'd go to get started, I was then like, this one piece of advice doesn't match this other piece of advice from these different courses. And that is what can easily happen. You can easily get conflicting advice, and it can kind of keep you stuck. So if you're someone out there that's taken multiple courses on a certain topic, let's say podcasting, and you're like, and you're spinning a little bit, reach out to try to get some advice. So I tend to be extremely self-led, but then when I'm stuck and my intuition's like going, this doesn't sound right, but then a human is saying, do this, I'm like, okay, how can I use community or my private mentor to get through the block, right? So what I ended up doing was I went into a Facebook group, a private paid Facebook group that I'm in on this topic. And I said, hey, I've gotten this advice from a course from some other bloggers. What is everyone else's experience? And, what would you say? And their advice back really helped me move forward. So I was really happy. And that happened last week. So I was like, oh, thank goodness. So when I thought about that, I'm like, okay, I feel really good now. I've got like lists of things in my journal, and normally I use them for podcasts. I'll be really honest. Between having Good Karma Success Coach and then Crush It in Sales, I was also putting things on Medium, which I did stop doing maybe 2 months ago now. It might almost be 2 months. And I'm like, you know what? Now I'm good. Like I need to buckle down on submitting blogs and articles for 2 publications to expand my reach. So I'm already a paid freelance writer with the Upper Keys Weekly, but I need to expand on that because that will be 3 years pretty soon that I've been writing for the paper. So I need to get on the bus. So I want you to see that I do business audit too. So that was just a piece of my business audit, and really like going, okay, where are my blocks? What's holding me back? What do I need to be doing? What needs to go away? And then I need to hold myself accountable and take action and start doing the other thing. So I did the other thing just like a half an hour ago. I'm so excited. So we'll see. I know it's a long journey. I was reading somewhere that it takes about 25 to 30 submissions to finally get accepted into a publication for an article. So we'll see how it goes. I don't let things like that hold me back. If I did, Ryan would never, ever, ever be a charter boat captain. So that's not something that I have a limiting belief around or any mindset issues, but a lot of people do. And if you're one of those people, working with a coach one-on-one can really help you push through those limiting beliefs and boundaries that we all kind of put up in our brains. But yeah, so until I decide when, this podcast is just going to be on hiatus. It's not a lot to keep going with Libsyn. I think it's like $20 a month. So all my old episodes will stay live. So you can knock yourself out 3 years of consistently every week podcasting on this podcast. So there's a lot out there that you can fill your boots with. But yep, today's it. I've put my foot down. Today, Monday, October 31st, 2022. Happy Halloween is going to be the last of this podcast for a while, and we'll see how it goes. I'm also thinking about rebranding completely to my brand Beyond Basics, which came to me last October from the Divine. And I have a photo shoot with my photographer, Mary, scheduled for the middle of this coming month, November. So we'll see. I've got like a couple little things in the cooker, some little tweaks and pivots, and I think it's really great if you also, when you look at your business, you're like, how can I tweak and I pivot? Should I change the name of my brand? Should I change the logo? Should I change layouts? Like, what's going on? Because really you want to do these things in alignment to where you feel good. And these are things that I can help you with during either one-on-one coaching, or if you sign up to do a business audit. And there are 3 levels for a business audit, but these are all things that I would address and have as conversations, because a lot of these things are things that keep people stuck. If you've been following me and you've been connected with me, these are things that have kept me stuck. And these are things that keep lots of people stuck. Believe me, it is very, very common. So don't feel bad if you are one of those people. But reach out to me if you are interested in one-on-one coaching or a business audit or any of the other things that I have now as ways to help you move forward in your life and business. And yeah, thanks for listening. Hopefully you got something out of this. Maybe it's going to help you make like a little look and go, I should be charging for this. And it gives you a little boost of confidence that you can do it too. So until next time, take care. Please reach out to me. I would love to hear from you. And again, all the other information will be in the show notes. Crush it in sales.